that time know that such things existed and had names. For all I knew of it, this might be an original that the lady had fashioned to a pattern of her own.
Perhaps Eve thought the same when she saw her first apple. Even so, it didn't stop her knowing what the apple was for.
But in case I still wondered, the lady now spoke.
Put it on.
She called. She must have caught the opening of the trunk.
Put it on and come to me.
I struggled for a moment or two over the placing of the straps and the tightening of the buckles. The brass bit into the white flesh of my hips, but the leather was wonderfully supple and warm. I glanced again towards the looking glass. The base of the phallus was a darker wedge upon my own triangular shield of hair, and its lowest tip nudged me in a most insinuating way.
From this base, the dildo itself obscenely sprang, not straight out, but at a cunning angle, so that when I looked down at it, I saw at first its bulbous head gleaming in the red glow of the fire, and split by a near invisible seam of tiny ivory stitches.
When I took a step, the head gave a nod.
Come here,
said the lady when she saw me in the doorway, and as I walked to her,
the dildo bobbed still harder.
I lifted my hand to still it, and when she saw me do that, she placed her fingers over mine.
And made them grasp the shaft and stroke it. Now the base's insinuating nudges grew more insinuating still.
It was not long before my legs began to tremble, and she, sensing my rising pleasure,
began to breathe more harshly. She took her hands away and turned and lifted her hair from the nape of her neck and gestured for me to undress her.
I found the hooks of her gown and then the laces of her corset beneath this. I saw she was mottled scarlet from the 100 tiny creases of her chemise.
She stooped to remove her petticoats, but retained her drawers, her stockings and her boots, and still her gloves. Very daring.
For I had not touched her at all yet. I slid a hand into the slit of her